I know a boy, his name is Zach. He loves to fit, he loves to stack. Yes, construction is his knack. He's Zach, the Lego maniac. He builds in the window, he's off the wall. He builds them big, he builds them small. In Lego land, he'll rock and roll. He's Lego wild, out of control. Zach, he's a Lego maniac. Zach.
Legoland, King's Castle, Airport, Cosmic Fleet Voyager.
Yeah, pretty good.
Good. Well, I'm excited. That's exciting. It's a good story that we're not going to air ever in our lives because this is very. I don't even know why I have you on here. People want to know, Zach.
Yeah. Inquiring minds want to know.
They do. I get messages.
Really?
I swear on everything.
From who?
There's been four. Corinne is one of them.
Oh, Corn?
I'll throw Corn out there. She'll say, "Give me the dirt on Zach."
She could just
ask you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like we've known each other long enough. She could do that.
Especially if she's got anything like Corn.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions on Zach or what he's posted in the past, even if it's been something from traveling, or even if you've noticed a recurring theme, for instance, maybe a certain female keeps showing up in his stories, feel free to hit him up. Don't hit me up, please. Hit him up. He's the one, and we're not going to talk about it here. So if you want to know but what we do know.
Private lives don't need to be aired.
Yeah,
always.
Private lives. We're not going to get super deep into it, but there is a traveling friend that you visited, and you mentioned on the last podcast that you visited the traveling friend. Yeah, and you met the traveling friend when?
When I was on the trip with my mom and her husband.
Okay,
yeah. She's our waitress. She worked at the hotel we were at in Samui, and she's just the kindest, sweetest person ever. So then, as days goes by, you get more and more interested, and then we start talking, and then
and so you guys
give her my WhatsApp, and then we just continue to message, and then
what's the time difference?
15 hours.
So the WhatsApp window is like a 2-hour window each time kind of thing. Well, cool. Well, I'm glad that you're able to see her again, and you're able to slowly reveal her to your friends and family, and so that's as far as we're going to go.
Private life is private.
Yeah, and that's good, right?
Yeah.
What we've just shared right now, you feel good about? Is that too much sharing?
It's more than I would have if you wouldn't have asked. But yeah,
but we're good now. And you just so now the ball's in your court. If you want to go further with it in other future stories, it's into you. I'm not going to ask anymore. So we have a good understanding. Okay, good. So speaking of sweethearts, Valentine's Day, we had Valentine's Day, and I was helping. This was years ago. I saw a Facebook memory of when I was helping my kids do their class list for Valentine's. It's that you have to go buy them all, and you got to go fill them out. And I remember my system. My system was, some of those. You had your certain crushes, and
you had to pick out the best ones.
For them,
for either your close friends or the ladies that you thought were cute.
Right, exactly. And then you would also choose a few that you were definitely not going to send your bros because they'd make fun of you.
For sure. Yeah, you had to be strategic with all this.
Right, but then. Once you figured that out, then you kind of went through your class list.
Yep.
And then there was actually a couple girls that you maybe definitely didn't want to send the weird vibe to. So you had to choose that out. But then you go through the class list and it's all alphabetical. And then you got down to your hand starts cramping at the S's and the T's. And then you get down to the Z's where you were at. And it was just kind of the leftover. Do you remember this post at all? And I said, I tagged you in it. And I said, and now if I was Zach, I'd be a very confused dude because I would be getting all these leftover hand cramped Valentines head my way from guys and girls, and it'd be just sending me mixed signals on. Wait, is this person into me or is this person not into me? It's just because they were using the last few that was remaining, and you're like, it was rough.
Yeah, it was rough, but maybe we're going a little deep for like a third grader. I don't know. Not really. I was more into the candy hearts at that point in my life,
What was your favorite color for the candy hearts?
No, they were pretty bad.
Dude, the whites. Oh, so there's that mint. Oh, so good.
No, none of them really good. I mean, really, are any of them good?
The whites were the best.
No, I mean, but were they good?
Yes.
You would go to the store and buy those if they were just
literally look in that
novelty item.
Yes, I would look in the window of the little candy heart box, and I would shake it and see if they had a majority of the whites.
So many better candies out there that you could go buy.
I'm sure there were, but these were also like 25 cents a pop.
That's what I mean. Like the novelty of them. Like they're not good. I mean, they're the best of the worst.
All right. Well, we
sorry.
Agree to disagree.
Okay. All right.
So tell me more about your lover. No, I'm kidding.
I'm in a mood.
Shut up. So this is going to get aired like.
Remember when your wife just called?
There was this is going to get aired like way long time after this.
Anyways, happy birthday, Joey.
Yes, exactly. We're going to talk about
when we're doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you going to the party?
Yeah, I am.
And you're going to what?
Go to the party.
Did we talk about this already?
No, I'm going to go, but I've really been trying. I've been out of town so much. I'm really going to try and take it easy. So it's going to be low key.
He's getting a photo booth. He's getting a DJ mic check. He's going to he wants to set up the podcast a little bit. People kind of walk on red carpet.
Oh yeah, we were talking about this maybe like, the red carpet.
I think did we talk about this before?
It wasn't on the air.
It wasn't on the air. 1920s. He said bourbon. He said whatever. That's what he wants. He wants a bunch of bourbon for his
like speakeasy type.
Yeah, so it's a speakeasy, but he wants bourbon for his birthday. So if you're looking to get him something for his birthday,
no, I that's perfect because I'm so sick of spending money. I have a brand new bottles of Angel's Envy that I was thinking today. I'm like, God, I don't want to spend a bunch of money because I've been spending so much lately. I'm gonna give Joey that bottle. He'll like that. So
nice.
This is the way this is working out is perfect.
Good, awesome. Yeah. And then Brad's gonna be there. Brad and I have a little beef. You don't listen to the podcast, but
Brad,
the guy that was at Cougs Giving,
at his house.
Yeah, he's a little, and I mentioned this on the pod. He's a little territorial.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I talked to Joe. I'm like after I'm like, yeah,
Brad, not with me.
Brad seemed a little territorial there. Like, hey, who's this new guy? Kind of a thing.
Brad and Mike D are fantastic.
And then Brad listened to that, and now we've got beef. We got a little beef. So there might be a fight.
I love Brad.
Yeah.
I like Brad.
Who? If there's a fight, who's you jumping in with?
Probably Brad.
So tell us about your lover.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it.
Good,
yeah.
Good. I'm not editing those out. Both of those jokes are staying in, just so you know.
Brad's a coug. He looks like stays pretty fit. You and I are pretty fluffy these days. You know.
You are not fluffy. I mean, you are because of the steroids. You talked about how you had medicine, though.
Medicine, and I've been on the road a lot, and when I'm on the road, it's hard for me. Especially, one, like I said, the Asian buffets are insane. Two, when I'm on the road for work, we go out a lot because expense accounts are awesome.
Yeah,
they're super awesome. So you buy, eat, and drink whatever you want.
So when you're reimbursed, when you're home, and you're at your house, are you hitting the rock and this and that? Or are you like top ramen at your house? Or are you actually cooking decent food for yourself?
So I'm starting to get back into it in the past week because, like I said, I've gained probably 30 pounds in the last 6 weeks. Not even exaggerating. I have. And like I said, I could blame it on, some of the medicine and the fact that I couldn't go to the gym, but a lot of it's just been laziness. So I've started back up, but yeah, when I've been fit in the past, I'm counting all my macros and eating very healthy, cooking good food at home. But yeah.
So what are you cooking?
Oh, I don't know. I try.
Are you meal prepping and stuff for the weekend?
A little bit. I used to do that when I was younger, but man, that can really ruin a diet really quick when you have. When I'm craving something, I cook it. To this of health food. You know what I mean? If I meal prep the same thing for 4 days in a row, you're gonna lose your damn mind. That's one reason why I will not eat. It's hard for me to eat boneless, skinless chicken breast.
And with rice, brown rice,
yes,
broccoli,
brown rice. I've switched it up. I go quinoa, lentils, all that stuff. So, yeah, that sort of deal.
No dessert.
No, I mean, I guess some of the ice creams and stuff like that. Have a little bit of it, or you make like a protein pudding with some oats and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. But like I said, I haven't done that in a little bit, but it's proven it works. So if you can just hit your numbers and stuff, you're gonna meet your fitness goals. So I need to get back on it. If that makes sense.
I was thirsty there.
It's all good.
Are you so Tyson Gamblin? He's been on a few times, and he's doing this like. I forget, even 18.6 or whatever.
I don't know.
6 hours of eating. Like
intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
No. Nope. I just haven't. It works. Yeah. It changes your insulin levels and stuff like that. I just haven't. I've tried the 80s bro dieting of never get hungry, never get full, eating like 10 meals a day. That doesn't work. Now just count your macros, hit your numbers, eat when you want. People are like, don't ever eat past 6. If I haven't eaten all day, I'm going to eat at 10. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's just, and I might have a cheeseburger, but if it stays underneath my calorie limit and my fat, proteins, and carbs, it doesn't matter.
So you got the MyFitness app?
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't used it, but I used to live and die with it, with the food scale and all that stuff. So
I still don't know how to figure out my macros or any of that crap.
I could help you. I know how to do that too.
I've already been. I think it's been proven I can't follow your math.
No, this is 9 calories per gram of fat, 4 calories per gram of protein, 4 calories per gram of carbs, and then we just break it down. Like, what's your fitness goal?
What was that? What is
lose body fat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gain muscle, lose body.
Let's do like 40% of your calories from protein, 30 and 30 or somking like that.
I have
just
no
to start, and then hit those numbers.
How?
I mean, we'd have to break it down. We get into full detail.
I get a chicken. Here's the thing: chicken leg, fried chicken leg.
Don't eat that. Why would you eat that?
I'm just saying, like what? Like what is that percentage wise?
Punch it into your MyFitnessPal. I don't know.
Oh, it'll tell you.
Yeah, it will absolutely. Okay. The thing is for the first couple of weeks, don't eat like that. Let's eat somewhat what they call clean, which is ridiculous. But let's just eat stuff. Hit your numbers exactly on the number. I mean, don't be 100 calories under even. Like if you have to take a spoonful of peanut butter, a spoonful of olive oil to get your fats in or something like that, do it. Because then 2 weeks down the road, we can weigh yourself and see what has happened. And then you know if you need to adjust your calories up or down. So the first few weeks are really important to be super accurate.
I'm ready to get back on. My 4K body, I worked on it.
Okay.
And then I stopped working on it.
Yeah.
But I was working out the most I've ever worked out and
nice.
Eating like not less. I wasn't going for like less. I was like, I'm going to cut some sugars out. So I'm eating less sugars. Mm-hmm. But I'm
that's
still
good. That's very good.
And it's portion control. But then like, and I thought, man, I'm going to do this through the holidays. And I did. And then after the holidays, it went to shit.
Yeah.
Like I thought the holidays were going to be the hard part. It was actually like saying no to all of that stuff during the holidays.
Felt good. Made you feel skinny, didn't it?
It did. Yeah. But then it like that self-control reservoir of like, I was just like, then January, I'm like, oh, this is going to be easy. But saying no to all that stuff. And then if I saw anything in January, it was like, I'm eating that.
No, so I do the same. Like the holidays, I don't really even set myself up for that. Like I'll just kind of eat what I want. Just, I know. And right now, this is more as a do as I say, not as I do deal.
Yeah,
obviously because I'm out. But
I feel like you look good. You know your body, but I still think you look good. Sexy.
But like, let's say I'm going on. Like I used to set goals. Like I'd have a beach vacation coming up in a few months. And I'm like, I'm going to get myself in the best shape I've ever been in, and I would mentally prepare myself, and I would do it. I would get into some of the best shape I've ever been in. When I got there, the wheels would come off. Like I would still try and exercise the first few days, but like by the end of the trip, I was eating everything in sight and then
drinking everything.
And then when I'd get home, I wouldn't stop. So I'd go from being
exactly.
I'm talking like the best shape I've ever been in to 30 pounds heavier in the matter of a month.
Oh man,
just terrible thing for your body.
And then you're trying to get back going again, and you just can't.
No, and that's what I'm struggling with right now. Just mentally trying to get that drive back, because I used to be able to like get mad, get mad at myself.
See a picture, something.
Yeah,
Whoa, what
and I could use that, and I could put an hour and a half session in at the gym, and I could do 2-a-days. I'd ride the bike or go for a run before work. Man, do you know how hard it is for me to go to the gym for even 35 minutes? I just, as soon as I get there, I just want to leave. Like I have no desire to be there.
Right.
But then when you wake up and you go to the bathroom, you got to leave the lights off or wear a sweatshirt so you don't get to see yourself.
Sweats are the best.
Yeah. No, it's not sweats, just shirt.
Well, sweats are the good. I don't know who said it, some comedian, but he's like, Yeah, jeans I hate. I wear sweats because then it's like, oh man, I can fit another cookie or two. It expands.
Most of my work pants have turned into like the Eddie Bauer Costco tactical pants because they're super stretchy. Those pants are awesome, by the way.
I'm sure they are.
$15 are the best things in the world.
Costco clothes in general are like.
I've hit that age.
Yeah,
everything.
It's like, why am I going anywhere else right now?
Everything is either like Calvin Klein, like low grade.
Yes.
Costco production or a Kirkland brand polo.
Yes. Oh, I'm there.
Yeah.
Hence New Balances. But you're just like, you show up in some like Glacier's Edge or some, what are we talking, what?
What's that?
Oh, Glacier's Edge?
Glacier's Edge.
It's like some Fred Meyer brand.
Oh, yeah.
Or you got some, the free country stuff, but then you got your Yeezys.
Yeah.
People
sure.
are like, oh, look at this guy. Oh, wow, he's got some Yeezys though.
They are comfortable.
Are you a shoe guy? Have you been a shoe guy?
Not always, but sometimes. Like my brother Jake's kind of a shoe guy. He's a sneakerhead, so we start talking sneakers, and he tells me about them. And then I'll buy a couple pairs of different kinds. But I will say, go buy yourself some Ultra Boosts, and then you can just thank me later.
What are Ultra Boosts?
Adidas Ultra Boosts are the best shoes ever made. Yeah,
I think like the best are the pumps.
No comparison.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'll never buy it until
comfort wise.
Yeah, comfort wise, everything about them.
Really?
Yep.
Better than Crocs?
I don't know. How would I know this?
I don't know Crocs either, but I feel like everyone.
How would I know this? Yeah.
Crocs is just easy to get on. I'm at that like weight and age where it's like I'm slipping on. Like the best thing on this shoe.
Yeah, you can just pull them on.
Is this?
Yeah.
It's this little loop on the back of my heel that I can just grab and go.
So those look a lot like the Ultra Boost, like the Flyknit on the top that's kind of stretchy and
yeah, it's comfortable.
Yeah, it breathes. That's the big thing.
I got some feet, man.
That's compression socks when you fly. Wear those and some compression socks. You'll be in good shape.
Really?
Oh yeah. I used to only fly in flip flops because my feet would swell so much because I'd wear like Nikes or like leather shoes or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was so uncomfortable. But now something that breathes with compression socks.
Heck yeah.
I'd look down when I'd wear flip flops. I'd look down and because usually I was flying back home, like hung over or something. It looked like I had Shrek feet. Just not good. Yeah.
Don't Shrek yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sneakers. Now, when you were growing up, did you ever get like the Penny Hardaways or the Shaqs or the
we got
the Kemps,
one
the
pair
Kamikaze Kemps
in August or beginning of September,
and that just stuck with you
from Mervin's. Okay, and then we'd get one more pair halfway through the year, and those shoes were wore to every day, for every event, everything. You know what I mean?
Really?
Actually, you know how it would go is we'd get a fresh pair for Parks and Rec basketball, but those would turn into your school shoes after basketball season. That's what it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you'd get your school shoes, but then remember basketball season was in the wintertime, if I remember correctly, and you'd get a pair that like literally like I could not wear any other time except to play basketball. But then after the basketball season, I could retire my old shoes, and then those would become my school shoes for the rest of the year.
So I got a question for you.
Yeah, but you got two pair of shoes.
My dad has been doing like this like homeless outreach and this and that, and he's like, oh, this guy looks familiar. His name's Megley. I think he's a doctor. And and then we started talking about Joe, because I remember 5th grade and 6th grade. Did you ever go out with did you ever hang out with Joe and
a little bit?
Shoot around in his dad's
like a little bit,
or his covered gym and all
a little bit. They had the batting cages and stuff in there. I'd go out there with. I went out there with Kellen a few times because him and Kellen are really good buddies.
Right.
But yeah, not regularly. But
were you on our basketball team? Is guess what I'm trying to get at? It was Jason Miles. We would play at JJ Smith after school and get coached.
I don't think so.
Did you ever play? Well, you said you played basketball in the basketball season. What was it? Parks and Rec?
Yeah, the Parks basketball.
That's right.
Stuff.
Okay.
I think I played in 7th grade too. 7th grade basketball.
EBAC, back when we were the Chieftains.
I think I did that too.
Want to hear the greatest story of your life? One of them.
Does that have anything to do with Four Loko?
No.
Okay.
That was the greatest story of your 7th grade life. Yeah. So I played EBAC. Back when before it was EBAT. This is the Timberwolves now, but it was EBAC. It was for the Chieftains. And I had like Severson on my team. I think I had Nick Tanner on my team. Kyle Thornton was on my team. And
what was your team color? Purple? Is purple?
Maybe.
Yeah.
7th grade. Okay. And we were in the game prior to the championship that you would play in front of the entire school.
Yeah.
And so we were down by 1 with like 6 seconds to go. And I had Nick Singer guarding me. And I was able to break away from him. And I think it was Nick Tanner, somebody threw the ball half court to Kyle Thornton.
Mm-hmm.
We had like 4 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go. It was like a made for TV Urkel, like it was some sort of like after school special basketball program. Kyle, who has 2 guys hanging off of him, he like is mid jump going to shoot this like half court shot, sees me by myself
Cherry picking down there.
Down at and I practiced bank shots my entire since
bank
4th
board.
grade.
The bank board.
That's all I did, man. And he threw it to me and it was just like an automatic rhythm. I got the ball, didn't even think.
Turn and shoot.
Turn and shoot, hit the bank shot, bam, goes in. Time expires, and the place erupts. My brother, who's in, I'm 7th, he's in 5th grade.
So EBAC, so there's probably like 7 people there.
And parents.
Yeah.
And maybe some like after school kids that were waiting for
Just got out of detention or something.
They were waiting for the activity bus.
Yeah.
But my brother comes running down the bleachers. The team, no joke, lifts me up on the shoulders. Yeah, it was incredible. Best story you've ever heard, and the best moment of my life besides Mr. EHS. I don't have to throw that out there. And the Four Loko, obviously. But but anyway, Mr. Adams, he was the ref.
Darren Adams.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was the ref for it. So the next year, when I'm in 8th grade, I'm all of a sudden a TA, and TAs are prized possessions, especially in 8th grade.
Yeah.
And because the teachers would hand select who they wanted, and he selected me.
Huh.
Well, halfway through, and I remember Casey Boyer and a few other people being in this class, and I was just a class clown even in that class.
Really?
And he hated it. He's like, dude, correct these. He would bring me their people's work, and I would go there and have to correct on the answer sheet and all that. But he would just so finally, halfway through the year, he right before he boots me out of being the TA, he goes, guys, I'm going to tell everyone a story. We get to select our TAs here. And I saw Travis hit this game-winning shot, and I thought, he's got glasses on, because I wore glasses then. He seems pretty studious, nice guy. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is don't judge a book by its cover. And so then the next week I was no longer the TA. Yeah. I was working in some wood shop class.
Miss Patakis.
Yeah. I had Hildebrand the first year, and then second year Patakis, and he was in a wheelchair. He
had a broken heel or something like that.
The entire year.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Were you in it was Todd Bergstrom?
Yeah, that was.
You were in mine then.
Yeah.
I remember Todd Bergstrom taking what's the drill? The where you it's a hand crank. It looks like
I don't even
and he
know.
just goosed me so hard with it and hand cranked it. I wanted to punch him in his face.
That's funny.
But anyway, so yeah. You get any great grand stories of heroic things that you've ever done in your life? I know that you've done some things cool in your life, but have you ever lifted a car off of someone? Was there any sort of life-saving thing that if that didn't happen, or did you almost die at some point? Were you
probably a million times
swimming out in the middle of nowhere, or out late one night, and if no one would have?
No, nothing serious like that. I mean, we've rolled cars and all that stuff, and flipped him back over and limped him home and done that a few times. And I don't know. There's nothing. My dad caught his sweatpants on fire on New Year's Eve one time, and I tackled him. Yeah, that was a whole different story though. Yeah.
How old were you?
I would have been a fresh sophomore in high school.
Was it a perfect form tackle that you tackled?
Yeah, I took him off his feet.
And then just rolled him around?
Yeah. There was a big bonfire. We were clearing our property, or clearing a property at my grandpa's, and he had, you add a little air to a fire, it's going to take off. So we had one of those big industrial fans out there, gas powered ones.
Right.
And for some reason, he didn't pull the fan out when he filled it up with gas, and it was right into the fire. But it was a rental fan, so as it caught on fire, he grabbed the fan trying to save it. Well, the lid, the gas cap was off, so that spilt on him. So now he's like in rubber boots and sweatpants, running around. But yeah, I tackled him. I lost some eyebrows and eyelashes on that deal.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. That was on New Year's. That was on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. Yeah,
that's kind of cool though.
That was the only thing, but he probably could have, he was like 8 feet from a pond. He probably was just eventually going to end up in there. But once those sweatpants, those cheetahs got toasty enough, but probably would have jumped right in there.
Did you also go, this is the perfect time for me to tackle him?
Well, just
like and not get in trouble for it.
Probably. Yeah.
Any big fist fights with your brothers?
Yeah, I mean, brotherly stuff. Did we ever get mad and
right
and start? Yeah, I mean, usually I was the big brother, so the little brothers. I mean, that the big brother gets, and I was always, Nate and Jake didn't grow until after me. I was done growing by like 7th grade.
Whereas you were always a tall kid.
I was
you were like Matt Janosic.
It was me and Kyle Thornton, and then Matt Janosic was taller than me, but I think I was probably broader.
Right.
I mean, I wrestled like 175 in 7th grade.
Yeah,
I haven't grown since. So it was me and Kyle and Matt Janosic were.
And then you and Matt just like.
Matt still was taller than me, yeah. And Kyle, I don't think Kyle grew too much more either.
No.
Yeah.
So did you guys ever, like, when you were growing up, what was the mindset always being the tall kid? Anna Ernaga was kind of the same way. Anna was a tall kid, tall girl.
Yeah.
And then she kind of stopped too. Did you ever think, I'm going to be 6'5" at some point?
No, because I mean, I was smart enough to see the height of my parents. You know what I mean?
I guess that's true.
But anyway, so back to my brothers. Like, if I would have pummeled them, I would have pummeled them because I was substantially bigger than them. Like, I think Nate wrestled like 108 pounds when he was in high school. You know what I mean? I didn't weigh 108 pounds since I was in 3rd grade, so it wouldn't have been seriously, that. But now, Nate's bigger, stronger, faster than me,
right.
So it would be bad. But no, I mean, they would get mad and start swinging at me, but I was so much bigger, you just kind of laughed,
right?
That sort of deal. But it was never. I don't think we ever punched each other in the face without boxing gloves. You know what I mean?
Right.
We bruise each other really bad and stuff like that. But yeah.
So did you ever? Me and my brother we're going to release one. We probably already released one, so people know this already. But we did like the best things about having a brother, and for me, it was like the fights.
Oh yeah,
that was like and Adam's like, it was like the special times, like the bonding, and I'm like, dude. For me, it was
the fighting is what it is.
Fighting was just like the bonding because you could, like you would have to wait because I'm talking about the wrestling matches where if your parents would have found out, they would be like, stop it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there was lots of wrestling matches where hands got to the face.
Oh yeah. You're just like, you're not quite biting hands yet, but you're just gouging and you're just like, and it's that friction of just like, you can feel like they're just using all their strength.
When you're done, you're so hot and red faced.
Yeah.
Hair's all messed up.
I know. And theirs is too.
Yeah.
And you just knew for that like 15-20 minute of silent wrestling because if your parents would have found out, they would be pissed off.
Yeah.
Me and my brother sometimes would have a wall near us, and you just kind of like roll around and bam, smash that wall, and your parents
immediately would stop the fight.
What are you guys doing in there?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
My leg slipped.
Yeah.
You guys had that thing going on there too?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Those are good times.
Who are the ones that? I mean, Jake obviously being the youngest, but was there ever the psycho kid that if you could prod that kid enough, it could be me. I'm not saying maybe it could be you. I'm not sure it is, but like for me, I knew how to push my brother's buttons enough to where once he switched, like his mind went from like, quit bugging me to I'm going to kill you and I'm going to destroy everything in my path between me and you, whatever it is. Did you ever have a brother like that?
I don't
like the
know.
Tasmanian devil?
I think we all probably had our times like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just depended on the situation.
Who was the instigator?
Probably me or Jake, I would say. Maybe it was Nate. I don't know. That's a good question.
And no one got the... So you guys, it seemed like maybe you guys were all pretty much the same instigators. Everyone get mad about the same and...
I would say that... I don't know. Maybe have I drank that much that my brain doesn't really work? I don't really remember that much. Who instigated the most? I don't know. Probably... Maybe me in a weird way, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Couldn't tell you.
I know Jake would get mad around video games.
Yeah.
That's where he would, because I remember being over at your house and if people got in front of him.
Oh, yeah, in his room and stuff.
Yeah, and he would just like, get out of the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Scream at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But I can't really remember.
So everyone has had the same competitive level?
Yeah, I would say everybody kind of wanted to win. Yeah, I mean, nobody was more. Gosh, I don't think anyone was more violent about it than the other guy. Okay. You know, we'd all get mad, and like we were talking about earlier, you know, you'd get red face and storm off or whatever, whatever it would be. But yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Hey, we didn't find out your fantasy football. We haven't talked since then. Who won the?
I won one, and then. I lost. So we do the 2-week playoff, and I lost. I had like a 30-point lead going into week 2 of the first round of the playoffs, and I didn't.
Shit the bed.
I didn't have a good week, and he did. He had Lamar Jackson, and just went big. Travis Kelce didn't have a good game,
right?
And for me, and you know, a couple other things just didn't go right, unfortunately. And then. Of course, after you do the math for the next 3 weeks or whatever it was,
and you
I would have just destroyed everybody. Yeah,
that's fantasy football.
But then the other one I won pretty good. So,
are you going to go down to Vegas for the old draft?
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
I know 2 people that are going. Ashley Murphy's going. My buddy Donovan's going.
Yeah,
but it's
on a Thursday,
I don't know
right?
How they're going to do that with the Bellagio?
They from what I hear, they are doing it in the fountain.
Yeah, that's what I heard, but it's like how long is that going to take to boat this person out and boat that person out?
Really stupid. Too much reality TV.
Yeah.
Bring it back to New York. Just do it.
Just
get it over with.
Just get
I don't care where they do it, but just do it in like a cool concert hall or something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Do it in the new stadium. Show off the stadium.
It'll be something. It won't be done.
It won't? I thought
it's like in April.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that that's right around the corner.
But yeah, no, I think it'll be cool. Vegas will be cool. They'll make a big deal of it. I would love to go to it though, for the opening round.
I would love to be if I was a guy that could do it and had the money. I would get the hotel, sit in a hotel that could face the Bellagio
and watch it live
and watch it on my ESPN and have my binoculars and just do both.
You just do a fountain view room at the Bellagio.
Those probably are so much money that weekend.
Yeah, probably, but. Honestly, so I went to Vegas in October. Bellagio's kind of a dump.
All of them are. Their restrooms are amazing, but everything it's just.
I mean, I just like the Encore. I like the Encore. I stayed at the Cosmo once. I think we talked about this in a previous episode, but I was not impressed with the Bellagio at all.
Did you ever stay in Old Town?
No, I have not.
I like the history of Old Town.
Do you? You sound like my boss.
I went to the Mob Museum, and the Mob Museum was so much fun to...
Really?
Because it tells you how Vegas was... Yeah, I'm boring you. You're yawning over here.
Bugsy Siegel?
I don't remember the names, but you see the guns. You see what they had.
Yeah.
You see this was the gun that used to this shootout. And,
sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, Bugsy Siegel, if I remember correctly. Isn't there a movie called Bugsy with Warren Beatty?
Yeah, it is, but I thought that was like a Dick Tracy just made up thing.
No.
Okay, you know more than me.
Nope, I think he pretty much founded Vegas.
You're probably absolutely correct.
I think. I could be wrong. You know what I mean?
Also thinking you're wrong too.
Really?
No, I don't.
Which one am I?
I don't know. I don't know what you are anymore. But we're oh man, my back is hurting on this thing. I want to talk NASCAR a little bit.
Okay.
You've been to a few races.
Yeah, it's been a bit. Oh, actually, I went to Martinsville like 2 years ago with work, but
yeah, tell me all your races.
I don't even know.
I mean, just like, is it 10? Is it 4?
closer to 10 than 4. It's probably over 10.
What? Here's the one that I wanted to go to when Casey was racing. I wanted to go to Texas Motor Speedway.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do that?
No.
I wanted to go to Dover. Did you do that?
No.
I wanted to go to Vegas.
Yeah,
Did you do that?
a few times.
California, not Sonoma, but
Yeah,
not the road course,
yeah,
but the
in Ontario.
yeah,
Fontana.
not Fontana, but
No, Fontana.
Fontana's not the non-road course.
Yeah,
yeah.
2 miler.
Did you do that one?
Yeah.
That did he go to anyone where he won?
No.
Was he close?
Oh yeah, lots of them. Yeah, I went to Charlotte a few times. Been to Daytona, Chicago, Atlanta, Bristol, Martinsville. I mean, I've been to a lot. Darlington.
Oh, I wanted to go to
Yeah.
Darlington. Hard to pass on, but
Indy.
Ooh,
Yeah, Indy's cool. I've been to Indy a few times.
he won Indy, right?
Yeah, I wasn't there for that
He
one.
kissed the
In-
bricks.
in the
Aaron
Hendrick-
was there for that one. I
in the
remember
He-
seeing
in the
him
Hendrick car.
hopping around in the background. Man,
Yeah, in the Hendrick car. That was when he got his first started getting dehydrated and stuff.
that sucks,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That's when it really hit him. Remember
Yeah,
in Victory Lane,
he got out of that thing like
couldn't even stand
yeah.
up hardly. Yeah,
So
Yeah.
he's done. Does he miss it?
yeah.
Or is he like, that was fun?
No, but he misses it. Yeah, for sure.
Does he ever, like, if they ever shorten the races to like 100 laps, would he ever try to get back in? Or is he?
I don't know.
Is it
yeah.
past?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's got a young son.
That's true too.
He's got, like a house, like a ski house somewhere in Colorado that he can go ski with his son. And
Yeah.
money's obviously not really an issue for him. So, I mean, I don't know. I've never loved anything probably like he loves racing.
Right.
So I don't really know. But if it was me, you got really young and you could have a pretty amazing life.
Right.
You
Well,
know?
so what happened to Ryan Newman? Holy cow.
Exactly. I asked him about that. Should you see that thing? He said that guy should be dead. That was Casey's exact words.
Yeah.
Like, just so lucky.
Yeah.
So he went literally within 10 seconds. He was going to win the biggest race of his life. To
getting
probably should have been dead.
Yeah.
So even with all the safety innovations, it's super dangerous. So
and he's a big guy. Ryan Newman's always been kind of that bigger. King Koopa sitting in that thing.
Big as around as my thigh.
Right.
He is a big guy.
My wife's moving some garbage cans around out there. The thing that I was surprised by watching the race is because I knew Kyle Busch. I know he still races, and Kurt Busch still races.
Yeah.
But it's like, other than that, like Martin Truex Jr. and then
pretty old looking these days.
Denny Hamlin and Clint Boyer. But other than that, it's
pretty funny because they're all substantially better than all the young guys.
Yeah.
But when sponsorship dries up, sort of the money for big contracts, so you just get rid of your high paid guy and bring in a guy and just, I guess, lower the I'm not saying that they're not talented or anything, but I think there's definitely a gap between the veteran drivers,
right,
that seem to still win most of the races, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing with Casey, I'm kind of happy. I'm bummed actually. I never got to see him race, but if it were me, was what I should say, I'd much rather have something that I can't control take me out of competing than being that Bobby Labonte or that Joe Nemechek or that.
Yeah.
You just kind of fade away. You're not getting sponsors. You're not winning. And now you're kind of forced to retire because no one wants you
And
anymore.
NASCAR's so weird because, like I said, most of these guys are probably still better than the young drivers.
Right.
You have to keep your sponsors happy, right?
Right.
So all it takes is you getting the wrong crew chief or a couple cases of bad luck.
You're done.
And you could still have all the talent that you had 5 years before, and it's definitely a different sport that way.
Right.
So you feel bad for those guys, but at the same point, they've all made their money and they've had their fame for a bit and stuff like that. So I don't know. There's a positive side to it,
sure,
I suppose. And it's good to give other people a chance, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and then also he's able to own those 3 dirt track cars and he's still part of the racing community. This is where he came, he came from the dirt track side. So he's dominating it. I mean, he's doing very well.
Cars do very well.
Yeah.
They're well funded, which is always hard, and a lot of that is because of his name and things like that. And, And, people, he's still, I saw probably 10 people. We went out on Saturday and there's probably 10 people that came up to him that literally like people you'd think were our age that would just kind of like shake his hand. And one dude like looked like he was gonna be in tears. He was so excited.
Oh, really?
So, they still make people's day,
yeah,
stuff like that. So that was pretty cool.
And he's been the guy that, at least when we were at the dirt track, when you were able to take me out there, he would stay there and sign autographs well into it. Like everyone's there, friends, hometown, everyone's there, and everyone's got hotels. They want to hang out with him after.
Those are back in the day.
Those are back in the day, and he was like still at the track, signing until the last kid or whatever would kind of basically when they shut down the track.
Yeah,
he would stay there and sign while everyone else was like, "Let's go."
Yeah, and I think racing in general is very good with that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a different mentality for I don't know, for professional sports people or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just it's a lot more appreciative of the fans, right?
Right.
I think not saying that other professional sports guys don't appreciate the fans and stuff
right.
like that, but it's definitely a different feel.
But has he changed? Did you notice that Saturday night? Did it seem like he had the same response that he did Saturday night that he has had?
We weren't at a race. Yeah, everything was fine. It's hard because we're out with friends and we're having beers and stuff like that. It's not, you're not at a racetrack, but I don't know.
He didn't seem like he was like, "Go away, I'm too good."
No.
I don't think he would be that way anyway. No. But
nope, everything was good there. It was good to see him and good to get to hang out. It'd been a couple of years, so that was fun.
What about you? Did you see anybody besides him that you remembered from your days living over there?
No, I saw some of the places. Drove through some of the neighborhoods that we'd hang out at and stuff like that. That was kind of interesting. But other than that, no.
Nobody that used to be on the old pit crew way back in the day when he first moved over there and all that?
No. I didn't really think some of the places looked familiar, but that was it. Figure that was 17 years ago.
Isn't that funny? Jamie and I were talking about this, and I feel like I've lived like 3 different lives in my life.
Yeah.
Like I look back, and it's usually because it's focused around career or like where you lived.
Yeah.
For the most part. But it's like, man, I had a different friend group. I had a different this. I had a different. Like I was the same. Maybe I wasn't the same person. I don't know. But
same with me. Yeah.
And then because what about you now? When you when you moved back west,
I wasn't there that long, so it didn't seem like a ton changed.
You were there for like 2 years at least.
No.
1 year?
No. It might have seemed like that because I went and spent a summer. How it worked was I went and spent a summer with him, like from June till September. Which was, super fun. And then I went to Green River for 6 months and I moved back out there the following summer. So I was there probably for 6 months or something like that. And probably 9 months total if you count the 2 visits, something like that.
Now, and then when you did end up moving back, did you go back to college or what'd you do?
No, I went to work.
Same place that you're doing now?
No.
So where were you working at the time?
When I just took the first job, I was sleeping on my mom's couch at the time.
Really?
Yeah. No, I was 21 years old and moved back, and I needed a job. I needed money, so worked for a landscape design company, like building rockeries and stuff like that out in Anacortes and Whidbey Island. It was like $12 an hour, $10 an hour or something for. But the thing is, we made all our money on per diem. He'd give us $50 a day per diem, and he'd pay for our hotel rooms. So you'd get an extra, you could spend $50 on food for the week, and then you'd pocket that extra $200. So didn't make any money, but it was enough to kind of get things squared away.
And then what?
Then I went and worked for another. Then I went to work for actual like a contractor, kind of somewhat running equipment, laboring, stuff like that, and. I don't know. I ended up moving there to a different company. More money.
What's the span? Is it like 6 months, a year, 2 years?
I worked at that place probably for a year and a half or something like that, and then I went to work for another place for only a few months, and then I got a phone call from my buddy Goat saying the company he was working for was Goodfellow Brothers at the time. They're looking for somebody that wanted to start learning this new technology, GPS. He said it was really cool, and it got me foot in the door for the union. So I joined the union and went to work for them.
Wow.
I worked there for 4 or 5 years, and then I learned more and went to work at another Northwest Construction. Then I went and worked at Granite Construction for their large projects division, and then went and worked at Titan here for, a few years until this job that I have now. So now I train the people that do the GPS, sell it and train people.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. The progression went from being
crazy,
waist deep in human sewage. Not joking. Yeah. Not joking. Yeah. Yeah, I was dead serious. I've done quite a few sewer tie-ins that went awry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, where you're driving home naked because all your clothes are in the trash.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not joking. Yeah, this has happened more than once.
You've driven home absolutely buck naked.
Buck naked, yes. Did a sewer tie-in outside of the Bellevue Burger King, hooking in when they finished the car dealership next door. We did that, and it was like 3 a.m., and it backed up, and I was literally waist deep.
In human shit.
Yeah, just sewage. All my clothes, everything. Freezing cold, too. That was actually hot, because the sewage is hot.
Yeah.
And, then you just throw everything away, hose yourself down.
And then go home and say, I'm never working again a day in my life.
Yeah, it's just disgusting. Yeah. Vacuuming out grease traps like from old fast food places. You thought sewage was gross. The smell coming out of those.
Oh, dude, I've had a deal back with not probably as deep as you have, but grease traps at Safeway.
Oh yeah,
it's
vile.
You never want to eat.
No,
and the worst part is, obviously you're working, you go eat something. There's times where you're just like, you're ready to throw up what you just ate.
Yeah.
Because you're smelling this and going, this is the worst thing and I don't, because it still has a little bit of a food scent to it, just enough to where it's not crap that you're just like, this is some food or let's help prepare food. So, oh gosh,
it's gross. I've had some terrible jobs in construction. Terrible, absolutely terrible. Everyone's like, "Oh, it must be nice," when they see, because I travel and
right.
I'm definitely not wealthy by any means, but as a single guy, I'd do fine with my salary.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
It must be nice.
I'm like, yeah, literally, I've been. How many days have you spent waist deep in human shit? Because I can't count the amount. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I
definitely paid my dues. Yeah.
Are you? Do you feel like this is where you're at for the rest of your life, kind of a thing? Like you'll be that trainer guy, you'll be the guy that kind of helps.
I think I'll probably stay in this industry.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. It's not going anywhere. It's the technology is advancing more and more every day.
Oh, I'm sure.
And luckily, I got in 15 years ago, so there's not a ton of people with the same knowledge that I have.
Right.
So I think I have a pretty safe position.
I think you'll be brought on as like a developer. Not that you would be the developer, but you'd be like helping develop the next technology based off of what you know.
I would like to do it with. I wouldn't like to work for the technology companies, but I'd like to maybe work with Deere to put the two together.
Yeah,
I think that would be kind of cool, but they don't pay as well.
Okay.
So that's what it comes down to. If I stay in the area, it'd be good. But honestly, this area is getting kind of shitty. And I'm not even talking about the politics or anything. I'm talking about the cost of living. It's ridiculous here.
You mean Eastern Washington, or you just go?
I've been offered a position in Texas that it's passed now. I missed my window on it, and just because I kept kicking the can down the road, and I wasn't unsure, or I was pretty unsure on if I wanted to, because right now home is still home.
Right.
And right now this is home.
Hard.
Yeah. But do yourself a favor and like just punch in like what a $300,000 home or $400,000 home, just a normal price home in Western Washington, in Round Rock, Texas.
Oh gosh,
I'm talking 4,000 square foot custom home on a golf course,
pool in the back.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is like I probably would have made more money there because the construction industry is bigger.
Right.
Yeah. So I would have made more money and actually been able to buy a house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
because house shopping here is absolutely depressing. It's depressing.
Mike sent us Mike bought a house this year or 2 years ago, actually, Martinez, and it's a nice house, very nice house.
Yeah,
but he sent us links of like Arizona houses that were priced around the same, and they were just like
like mega mansions.
Yeah, you're looking at these things going, this is a music video.
Yeah,
it's
pretty bad here. It's depressing. There isn't really a strong middle class here in Western Washington for one reason or another. We get another topic.
Yeah.
But we have a strong economy, but it also raises the price up. So unless you're in the tech industry, advanced in the tech industry,
Right.
it's just a different lifestyle here, unfortunately.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
But hey, I still love capitalism. It's the only way to go.
Heck yeah.
For it.
Yeah. My brother-in-law, big again Trump supporter, moved from Washington to Nevada. They became a blue state this past.
No, they had Harry Reid for a while. They've been blue for somewhat blue for a bit. You know what I mean?
But it was like straight blue, like whatever. Yeah. And then he got offered a job again back in Washington from the company that he had left, and it would be a management position. Blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And he's like, where's it going to be?
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean? He's like, if it's on the west side, I'm out.
Yeah.
If you put it on the east side, I'll consider it.
The east side's tough, though, because you're held hostage. Sure, you don't have the traffic and the cost of living is better, but you're fighting a lot of uphill battles against policies that are being dictated by
that west
one
side.
city. Yeah,
right.
So,
exactly. Exactly.
It's interesting.
So, well, if you leave.
I'm not going anywhere. For a bit, at least. Unless you're kicking me out.
No, but right now, please leave. Yeah. No, I just had a huge yawn. Yeah. Well, if you leave, let us know. We'll throw a party at the Maui room for you.
No, it'd be. I mean, honestly, it's just a massive lifestyle change. Imagine how much free money you could have. Boats and hoes. Boats and cars. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, or you get that Chelan too.
Yeah. Gotta be a Watterson to afford a place over there.
I'm trying to get Joey's talking about Crescent Bar, and I'm like,
I know,
dude, I might go to Crescent Bar. You've been over there with
No,
them?
I never have.
We should do it.
I would like to. The sleeping situation's not good. I was looking at places over there because honestly, it'd be better to have a vacation spot than buy a house over here right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point.
But the HOA dues over there, have you looked at those?
No.
It's like $800 a month. Yeah.
That's insane.
Get the hell out of here, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Washington State.
Yeah. No, I think that's just because
everywhere.
Yeah.
I wonder what those HOA dues on that golf course would be. Even though you're affording some $300,000 home,
I don't think they're much of it. Everything's just cheaper.
I
don't know. I don't even know. Who knows? I could be way off. I didn't dig that far into it. I just jumped on the Redfin and started looking. Yeah. I'm talking like custom homes with massive, 25-foot vaulted ceilings. Very
amazing,
very depressing.
Yes, we're looking at your own.
All for less than I pay for my 1-bedroom apartment. Yeah. So. Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks for listening. Zach, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, I don't know what we talked about that one.
This one was more of a wide variety. We started with traveling. Talked about Valentine's Day a little bit. Moved into some back in the day stuff. You and your brothers. Yeah. Then talked about work. Casey Kane a little bit in NASCAR. We're all over the board.
Yeah.
So
we got to get some actual. I'd like to do some, like we were talking about a blog or something about how to actually book these trips for free and stuff.
So,
but
what do you want?
We'll do that. We'll do that another time.
Do you want to do that on here?
I don't know how to do it. I don't know the best route.
Let's do both.
Okay. But I think that would help people. And plus, I'm a nerd about it. A couple things. I like planning. We talked about that earlier. So even if it's not my trip, I like planning it for people and helping. And 2, I'm greedy. I want more points and miles so I can travel for free. So. And
then there's a full buddy cast. A little bit of full buddy cast. I need a percentage if we're gonna do just a little bit of percentage.
I will give you nothing.
All right. Well,
I will teach you though, and then you could be my first. One of my. Well, you could be like my 10th student.
I feel like a spiff would be nice, but
I have zero money to give you.
I don't need
live
money.
In Western Washington.
I don't need money. It's want a little bit of free airline mileage. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. And we're, you know what? Actually, I'm heading in a year and a half. I'm headed to Hawaii.
Okay.
But we've got the place for free. I just need to come up with the
island?
With the airfare. I don't know. I'll figure that out.
Okay.
But is that something that we can talk?
Yeah. So your booking windows generally open about 300. We'll call it 330 days out. That's when the windows open. So we'd want to get your miles in place before that we can start keeping an eye on
stuff. So have some time.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to build my credit up, I'm guessing, to be able to open up some of these.
Some of them, I don't know. I mean, just don't have a 500 credit score and expect to get approved. If that's what you're saying.
All right, so I guess I'm out.
Yeah. Sorry. But I actually know some tricks to get your credit up too, if that is an issue.
You're just a genius all the way around.
I had to learn.
You've always been good with math. I remember that back in the day. You've always been good with
math that actually matters.
You were in the spelling bee as well.
I don't know. Maybe
you were with me. You, me, and Rachel Elliford.
Okay,
were being pulled out in 4th grade for spelling. Yeah. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think so. I had to go to the IA classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those. Did you hear that they're? Never mind. I don't even get me started on that.
So. All right. Well, everyone, thanks so much for listening. Zach, we will be in contact, obviously, and we'll see about me getting some free
no more
mileage.
6 months.
Yeah, no
breaks.
You're back, and then we'll get you on with Joey again. That was fun. It's just our editing, the audio was horrible.
Yeah, looks like we've come a long.
Come a long ways.
Yeah.
6 months, and you know what? You're the driving force.
Am I?
I would say you gave the bump. Okay. Before I had like Bobby and Mark, which is great, and then also had Corinne and Amber, and then it would have the random people come on. Been wanting you on forever, got you on, which then like bumped and made me think, hey, Zach's actually pretty interesting. And then Joey came on because he heard yours, and then Joey brought in some other people that would listen and want to be on. Rhiannon helped as well.
Yeah.
And so anyway, this room, if this goes, if this, look around, just gaze in right now. I put together this, but we were sitting at a table over there.
We were sitting in your house the first time.
We were sitting in my house.
Yeah.
Then we sat at a table. I don't think we even had this. We sat at a table over there. It was all kind of piled up over here still.
Yeah.
Then I cleared it all out, put this up. Then we sat here, and now let's look at. I mean, I'm telling you, Zach, thank you.
I don't.
You know what? I feel.
No, this is your.
No. I feel bad.
I show up once every 6 months.
But see,
and you, I can.
Sky's the limit now.
All the people you take on and edit and do all the behind the scenes work. So I don't. That wasn't me.
Well,
by any means.
I feel bad though because I was like, hey, I could use a little spiff with the mileage, and I realized. You built this
I said
room.
no right away. I didn't even think about it.
You built
so you're
this
good.
room.
So you're good.
Don't feel free not to just like still give me more charity.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease. Remember that.
All right. I'll just keep asking you.
So
sounds good.
Yeah. Well, I could just teach you and you can do it do it yourself.
No.
You can gain knowledge, teach a man to fish, that whole metaphor.
I want to be fed.
Sure.
All right. Well, anyway, thanks everyone for listening. Zach, thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.
Have you on more, and I want to see different Yeezys next time you show up.
Okay, I have a couple more pair. Happy birthday, Joe.